Yeah, so I'm Albrecht Hofheinz, and I'm an associate professor of Middle East Studies and Arabic at the University of Oslo in Norway. So, with the advancement in OCR, optical character recognition or automatic character recognition, and with some of my colleagues developing methods to automatically treat um, 10,000s of pages through a pipeline using Google OCR via its API, I thought this would be interesting to test on manuscripts, like on handwritten documents. So that's what I did. And after a couple of test cases, actually processed the whole collection through this pipeline. And the big difference with Google OCR is, of course, that you can't train Google OCR as you do with other handwritten text recognition projects. But for HTR, handwritten text recognition, you need to train the model that you use on the specific handwriting. And that is not feasible if we're talking about one-page documents written in plenty of different hands. So Google OCR gave me results, automatic text recognition of something between, depending on the document, between 20 and 60% correct words, which is unusable from a traditional philological point of view. Because traditional philologists would say it's quicker to transcribe this document by hand than to, correct all the errors in there. And over the past years, with advancements both in Google's OCR and advancements in the LLMs, I'm now getting results that are amazingly detailed, given that I can basically now process a whole collection of unlimited number of pages automatically once they've been digitized, and get detailed summaries of what these documents contain, which then allows me as the human researcher to figure out which documents warrant closer inspection by the human eye. Like, where's the needle in the haystack? That is basically the advantage of these digital methods there. Well, in my project, I don't train any models. I don't have neither the time nor the expertise to train these models, nor the resources, because it's costly. And as I said, it's not worth to train a model on a document, on the particular handwriting in a document that it does not exist in at least 100 other documents. And I'm aware of this ethical dilemma that when I submit this to Google, even though I submit it to Google via API, to an extent, I don't really know if Google honors what they promise, namely not to use this material for training. The way that I deal with this ethical dilemma is basically I do not submit documents that I think, or where I've been told by the people from whom I copied these documents, or Xeroxed or photographed the documents in the first place. Some of them told me, you can photograph this, but don't publish it. So these have not been put into the pipeline. This is a pilot project. I'm using I'm using material that I myself collected, and I'm dealing with Arabic manuscripts. So I'm trying to actually make it useful also for similar collections or similar types of material. So I'm actually not that much focused on the specificities So I have a hard time answering your question and pointing out specificities there. I should probably add one thing that I forgot, because in the pipe I judge the accuracy of the machine output, the combined OCR and AI analysis output, or AI summary output. I judge that because I have a kind of ground truth, because this is material that I actually can read myself. So I haven't done this for all of the 170 documents, but I have done it for samples that I have analyzed in closer detail to be able to compare the summary that I get by the machine with my own reading. And that's how I can then judge the machine output to be astonishingly accurate. They have more problems, obviously, with names and specific dates that the OCR may have misread, which then get transferred into the machine output. But even there, into the LLM output. But even there, I have had instances where the LLM reasoned, and reasoning LLMs are a big part of the progress that has been made over the past 2 years, where the machine reasoned that this date doesn't fit the overall context. This type of reasoning, which I would expect from a human researcher familiar with the field, at least in some instances, the training data that the LLM has been trained on appears to have ingested in its own training by ingesting scholarship about the 19th century Sudan, for example, so that it can reason on the basis of that. The reasoning in some instances was good. In other instances, it was erroneous. So human control, vetting of the results is obviously still necessary, but we are a far cry from this material just sitting in a drawer and no one really knowing what